Okay, it's been a interesting day. Yes, you can see this back TV here. It's old, I understand, but listen, let's get into this video. R. Kelly, Surviving R. Kelly, man. This was directed by Dream Hampton, okay? And let me get into this with R. Kelly. R. Kelly has a problem. Very promiscuous. I mean, just being indicted with child pornography. I'm gonna say back then, 2002, 21 accounts according to the Chicago Sun-Times. And back in the 2008, he was pretty known for this. He was just videotaping women, just sexually abusing them, mentally and emotionally abusing them, and he urinated in a 14-year-old girl's mouth. Okay, it was just crazy, and people was making fun of that, man. David Chappelle show, man, can I pee on you? Can I? That was kind of funny, man. But I mean, I just really think about the mental abuse that he's been doing with these kids, man, the minors. I mean, you married Aaliyah when she was 15 years old. You were married Aaliyah when she was 15 years old. God rest her soul. She died in 2003 in a plane crash at the age of 22. And he made a song in 1994 saying, I think she's ready. Or I think it was 1993, year I was born. This dude has a problem. Most of his songs are very subliminal, and he reveals who he is. Jada Pinkett Smith is all confused. You know who this man is. A lot of celebrities are not going to speak out against this. They probably knew way then when he was doing this, man. And so, according to my knowledge and my research, that he had people like Dominique, Jermaine Pace. She met him when he was 15 years old, and he was doing this child pornography things. I mean, they used to have them in the hotel in Chicago and Atlanta, and he had this film crew and this production crew. If they try to escape, they would notify R. Kelly, and then he would beat them and wrestle them down. It's just really ridiculous, man. And to the point that they had to get permission to actually eat or actually use the bathroom. They couldn't even use the bathroom. They had to pee in the corner. They had to use buckets to pee. And I'm looking like, man. So I mean, this man is still walking around. And don't get me wrong, I like R. Kelly. I think R. Kelly is a great artist. But as a person, you have to be persecuted for what you have done. If this was another Smoles Joe, who's someone who's not famous, someone who's really not into the entertainment industry, who doesn't make a lot of money or anything, he would have been in jail. He went in prison. He probably been beaten to this moment right now. I just think right now you have to play. I'm trying to play devil's advocate a little bit because same time she can sit up here and say, "Well, I was abused." And according to my Admit song for 19 minutes long, I listened to it. He was abused. He was sexually abused. He was raped. Okay, by his auntie and all these things, but it doesn't give you an incentive to go in here and the right to take these young women out of their homes or whatever and just manipulate them. Now we can blame the parents as course because according to Dominique, they actually did an interview with one of them on TMZ in Beverly Hills, and so the mother relocated her and actually brought her back home, but she didn't want to go home even though she felt like a prisoner. And according to her words, she felt like a prisoner. Someone was just beating her down. She had no rights whatsoever. And I'm just thinking that, man, like, have all this money. Your net worth is over $150 million, and you just doing this to all these women. You psychologically damaged them because you have money. They like, oh well, it's Robert Kelly. He can do whatever he wants to do with me. I'm trying to get into the industry. I'm trying to be a model. I'm trying to be successful. And he used these tactics to destroy them. And I just think that is so wrong, man. Just praying over the weak, man. And then you're going to have to pay for that, R. Kelly. God bless you with a talent. I understand, you went through a lot of stuff, man. You was a former professional basketball player. You achieved great heights, man. People can actually look up to you as a role model to make it out of the hood, man, and just be something. But when you doing this and turning around and doing to just our black girls, and not just black girls, just women in general, man. I mean, I just think that's just paints a negative picture of how a black man's supposed to represent. And I'm just really shocked. It's just really crazy, man. I mean, one of them just were missing for 2 years, man, and finally returned home, but they didn't want to, and because of the brainwashing. And he was in a relationship back in 2011, they said, and with a woman, and one of the women found out that he was having an affair with some other minor, and then she confronted R. Kelly. And R. Kelly got upset and decided to beat on her. So I mean, these things here, it's not conclusive. It's not a good thing. You have to you gotta suck this up, man. And this is more than an apology. I feel like you need to do some time. Junior Hampton, for him taking the time out of his day to do this production, R. Kelly actually spoke out against. He said, "Well, this is against my character," and he stated that the people who want to defend my character were unable to go onto camera and confess. I'm like, what's to confess? It's videotapes of you having sex with these women. I mean, that's really against the law. And you know, it's gonna be interesting. Sorry, it's gonna be interesting what type of lawyer it's gonna be in here, man. It's going to adjust this, but hey, man, R. Kelly, dude, you make great music. And I was talking to people at my job. They was like, well, yeah, he does make good music. You know, I love his talent. I'm not trying to overshadow what he's done, but man, like, he been getting away for this for so long. So it's really no sense of urgency, what I noticed though in the community. And people can say, well, this Black Girls Matter and all this stuff. I mean, he's the monster, the Me Too movement. Is they gonna be behind this? We don't know, man. You know, so, and I'm not a R. Kelly hater, but at the same time, man, wrong is wrong. I don't care if you're worth $1 billion, man. You can't be doing this, bro. I mean, to your own people, to children, that's just wrong. That's just wrong on so many levels, man. And you know, successfully indicted in 2002, got out, man, and you still continuously do the wrong thing. I believe it's a generational curse starting back when he was growing up. You know, I mean, just being molested, being abused, and then you want to trickle on down and do this to your loved one. That's just like, for an example, man. You know, in the movies, somebody, yeah, hey, man, you confronted a dude, he killed your father and stuff like that, so you can go in here and kill his father. But you, in that act, you're not thinking about how he's gonna feel. You think about how you felt, and so he can, you know, feel the same pain you felt at that moment when he killed your father. But this, man, that, you know, that was a learning process. You know, you be like, well, you know, actually, man, I kind of learned that, yeah, you know, you killed my father, you did this, you did that. Him, on the other hand, you know how that felt. You know, in that deep, secret place that you was abused, you was raped, you was beaten, you was spit upon. Why would you do that to another individual that's coming up into the world, that's trying to enjoy their youth, and you taking advantage of them instead of there being a leader, being a role model, showing them the good way? I don't know how your faith is, but, I mean, this needs to stop. Very disappointed. So I'm like, dog, like, this is crazy. And I ain't even watched one of the 2 episodes of Surviving R. Kelly, man. I think this is kind of brilliant, though. It's kind of really reminds me of what, you know, one of the other videos they was making about, what's that, White Boy Rick, you know, I made a movie about this, though. I mean, but I just think your legacy is going to be tarnished. But we could think about this, too. Bill Cosby still running around. I mean, even though he was putting in, injecting roofies in front of women, you know, and having sex with them. You know, just drugging him. But he wanted to buy NBC. So R. Kelly kind of knows his boundaries. He knows what not to do and what to do. And so he made a lot of money with white people. I mean, Spotify trying to take all his music away. But this dude made so much music, so much money for these corporations. It's like, hey, man, he got that power, he got that money. We're just going to let him continue to do what he want to do too. It's like, they can't push this no more. And I just think this is the difference between the Bill Cosby and the R. Kelly. Bill Cosby wants to do a reform. He wants to do a change to uplift Black America, okay? Do a positive network and actually help hire young African American actors and entertainers, man, into his own network that's trying to come up. That was a brilliant thing, into a positive image. You knew how the Bill Cosby show was. This with the R. Kelly thing, you can come in here, you know, have sex with all these women you want, we give you all this money, continue making songs, man. You continues to make us money so we can get all these sponsors. We don't care. But don't you try to do it on any Black empowerment. And I think this is why a lot of celebrities are not going to speak out on this, because they are puppets and they don't want to just get involved in that. And they just want to act like, oh, I'm shocked, or they just want to write these stupid articles like they don't know anything when they go into these interviews. I just think that right now, open your eyes. But R. Kelly, bro, like, nigga, you effed up. You just effed up, man. I mean, whoa, this is completely wrong, man. And I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. Is he gonna be, you know, in prison? I don't know. I mean, they probably working on. I'm gonna do more research on this, but I mean, in 2011, he was actually named as one of the best R&B artists in the last 25 years according to the Billboard records. This nigga made a lot of songs. I know, I Believe I Can Fly, and then My Jeep. I mean, this nigga's cool, bro. I used to get him mixed up with Usher, but dude, I mean, I used to listen to, I had an R. Kelly party when I was back in Florida, man. An internship in Florida there. I was there back in 2013. We listened to R. Kelly all day, his whole catalog. White people was dancing, I was dancing, drinking, having some good time, man, with the women. But listen, bro, like, I mean, now it's just I'm getting older and understanding this. I mean, this is wrong and all this is coming out. I mean, hey, man, you know, it's very tarnishing. And it just makes me look at you in a different way. You know, I mean, I don't know if I can really support you anymore. I mean, I'm not a huge fan, but I still like, I still enjoy this music. But it's just like, dang, man, as a person, man, you have to clean this up, man. And our best way to, you know, we can pray for R. Kelly, introduce you to older women. I mean, you know, this is, if you a huge fan of R. Kelly, I'll just say pray for R. Kelly. Make sure R. Kelly get, you know, persecuted for this, man, so he could learn from his mistakes, man. Pray for him, minister to him. Seriously, I mean, because I mean, the Lord loves us unconditionally, but he has to confess his wrong, and he had to stop doing wrong. Okay, and I just think that he continuously do it because he can get away with it and people will still love him. So I mean, it's like accountability effect in a Black America. Some people made a video talking about this with Dr. Boyce Watkins, but this is just my spin on this. Surviving R. Kelly. R. Kelly, man, I pray for you, but I mean, Lord have mercy, man. I mean, I think this is a huge, deeper problem than just child pornography, pornography in general, man. I mean, this is a huge demonic spirit that's wrong around R. Kelly, man. And I feel sorry for those little children, and the parents should know about this too. I mean, you should be aware of your kids going to to this man's house, man. You know, I mean, what is your prerogative? What is your sin? What are you trying to do? Trying to get something out of it? It's like child labor. You forcing your child to be an actor early, like when he's like 6 or 7, that doesn't know anything, doesn't have control over his money, but you're using that as a benefit so you continuously live the good life. When they grow older, they just like, man, I don't even want to be an actor, but it's just something that I was just into it, because their minds are still developing. They don't know real life experiences yet. They haven't experienced nothing yet. All they know is just what's in front of them. And I just think that's very wrong on so many levels. So the parents should be at fault, and I believe, yes, Mr. R. Kelly and his crew should be at fault, and the people who's not talking about this. But hey, man, you know, but shit, that's all I gotta say. I mean, even Bill Cosby, y'all can argue, Bill Cosby had way more money than R. Kelly, and he was like the mom white America. But until he want to do that black empowerment, man, and help out and bring some wealth, it was all bad, man. R. Kelly, I'm disappointed, bro. Like, what can I say? What can I say, man? These children, man, these kids. Money isn't everything, man. Just be careful, man. Like, I don't know, man, but these sex rings and all this stuff that goes on. I mean, I won't be surprised that other celebrities do this stuff, man. But it's wrong, man. You beating on them physically, mentally. We ain't having that, bro. But that's all I gotta say. Y'all continue to like, comment, subscribe. That's how my spin on the surviving the R. Kelly, man. You know, have a discussion with this, man. I think this is really sad. You think he should be persecuted or not? But me personally, yeah. If it was any other person, yes, they would. I mean, that's just be honest though. But then again, we can argue that Charlie Sheen's still walking around and he was giving AIDS to women, and that's just like a crime. But hey, it is what it is, man. I'm out. Deuces.